Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and we have a 2020 relevant comparison today. This is your 1 and 2 from that event. Big Ramy, he placed first, he won the title, and he won it from the returning champion, Brandn Curry. Brandn placed second, so it was a close matchup between these two, question mark. Well, as I was setting this up, I did notice it was a lot closer than I thought. You'll notice Brandn Curry's pushing Hattie Shupin away there. Do you see that? And I'm going to be doing the same thing, guys. I'm going to be pushing Hattie Shupin away from my channel, unless you guys get a request in from Fan Request Friday, You Pick Tuesday, things of that nature. Now, why? This is why. Hattie Shupin made this post on Instagram a while back. To be honest, we have only one real trustable media, NPC News official page, Digital Muscle Media. That's it. Then he says, just follow those and ignore the rest. This is the only way we can fight with the fake news and media. Fight against it. Now he turns around and asks Nick Strength and Power for a shout out. Can you believe that one? That is a hypocrite if I ever seen one. I mean, sure, the guy's a legend. I'm nothing compared to this guy. But at least I'm not a hypocrite. Anyway, guys, at least when Phil Heath calls Nick Strength and Power, Nick Power Strength guy or whatever, he was making fun of him. At least he didn't turn around and ask him for a shout out on his YouTube channel. That is petty. Very petty. That's almost dirty. Anyway, guys, enough about that. Let's go through the poses, of course, beginning with the front double by. Now, the first pictures I will show of each pose, these ones, they're side by side. They're not the clearest in the world, but you can gauge size perfectly. You know what I'm saying? They're actually standing side by side, so there's no disputing it. And I have to say, guys, Brandn Curry, sure, he's a lot smaller as far as the legs are concerned, but hey, so is his waistline. And look at the guns on the guy. Now, let's have a look at a clearer shot. And unfortunately, I'm going to begin with not a clear picture at all for Big Ramy. This is the only front double by from the Friday show, and that's what this is. It's the Friday show comparison. Brandn Curry, like I said, aside from the lag size, if you can get past that, then he could arguably be beating Ramy in this one. Ramy, as far as the upper body is concerned, I don't think he's getting a victory. His waistline a whole lot wider than Curry's, so Curry right out of the chute, he's winning in the V-taper and the arms. Now this here is the Saturday show. Unfortunately, this is the only one that I have for Curry. He's bending down quite a bit, but hey, he sure looks good, does he not? He almost looks like he's in better condition for the Saturday show. And this one for Big Ramy, this is generally the one that I use because it's the more clearer shot, even though he probably did look better in the more blurry picture for the Friday show. But I don't know, guys. I definitely would not say Big Ramy's beating Curry in the front double by. So that's one pose. Go to the front lat spread. And the side by each one here, the side by side, again, of course, Ramy's winning in the legs. He's also winning in the abs. Do you see that? The muscle separation in that guy's abs? Look at the size of him. But then you look at the width of Curry. Width for width. I mean, hey, Curry again in the upper body. He is presenting troubles for Big Ramy. Let's go to the Friday show, the more clearer shots. And this is a better representation of Big Ramy. He's holding his delts up high. A lot of people criticize this method of the front lat spread. Hey, I like it. It's doing battle for sure. But then you look over at Brandn Curry, and he presents such a small waistline, such a good, nice V-taper. If not for the size of the legs, I would have no problem at all giving this one to the incumbent, the returning champion. Of course, Curry was the champion here as they stand. Big Ramy, I gotta say though, here's the Saturday show. Big Ramy, I have to say, when you watch the event, they'd call for a pose. He was the first one to strike it. He was the last one to release. He was doing his job, I'm here to tell you. Curry looks fantastic here. The first couple of shots, it could have easily went to Curry. I mean, if you get past the size of the legs, like I said, but hey, individually, you look at them individually, I don't think Curry's legs are too small. I think he has a perfect X frame here, doing more than his fair share a battle against Big Ramy. So that's 2 shots, guys, and it's arguable. And that's That's a whole lot closer than I thought. Here's the side chest. And it is a good thing that I do have a side-by-side here, because Curry looks like a monster. I don't think Big Ramy's upper body nearly as big as his lower body. Obviously, you can see here. So I think when he bends down at the knees, probably maximizes his thickness, and I don't think he's as big as Curry in the upper body, that is. Lower body, definitely getting a victory. Here is the Friday show. These are good, clear pictures of these ones. So you can see conditioning, Curry right there with him. Lacks the muscle separation in the legs, sure, but take a close look, guys. Those legs of Curry, very dry, very dry. Losing in the calves, though. That's going to make a difference. Losing altogether in the lower body. I mean, come on, guys. This is Big Ramy. Those are impressive wheels, for sure. Upper body, though. Look at the chest. Look at the arms. I'd give it to Curry. Go to the Saturday show. Now, when I say I give it to Curry, I mean the upper body. And here, this is a even bigger dominance for Curry in the upper body. You see this? A little bit tighter in the pecs. Muscle separation, maybe a little bit better. Those delts are sure big for Big Ramy, though. And when you look at the wheels, you got to kind of consider, guys, that's a dominant victory for Big Ramy. But, if you're Curry, you got to think, you're still holding your own against Big Ramy. Got to have a chance. Side tricep. Now, structurally speaking, the arm itself, Big Ramy, he's got a whole lot bigger of an arm, and that's surprising to me. Most of the shots, if not all of the shots, Curry was the one presenting a bigger set of guns, but apparently here in the tricep development, Big Ramy has this one. Go to the Friday show, apologize. And clearly, Ramy is winning in the lower body. That's what goes with any of the side shots, and I mean dominantly. And as good as Curry looks here, and the abs, things of that nature, you got to think, Big Ramy, I think he's doing enough in the upper body to probably get an overall victory in the side tricep. But I don't know, guys. Curry looks pretty darn good. Now go to the Saturday show, and did you notice what happened there? Big Ramy straightened his arm out. And this was much like the very first comparison that I showed, was a dominant victory for Big Ramy, because obviously he's winning in the lower body. That's not even a debate. I don't think anybody would argue that. But this time he has seemed to be, not in the torso, but in the arm, he is winning in the upper body. So it is a total dominant victory, in my opinion, that is, for Big Ramy in probably both side shots, but I don't know. One could argue that it was a tie in the side chest. One could argue that Brandn Curry, was getting an edge in the first two shots. Let us go to the back shots, and this will tell a tale. Of course, the clarity of these two shots, not the best. We're using it for size only. And in my opinion, when they do turn around, it looks like Ramy's even bigger. I think his back development overshadows his front, to be honest with you. I mean, aside from maybe the traps. But anyway, let's have a look at some clearer shots. Here's the Friday show. Oh man, I don't know. Curry could be in trouble here, guys. I think he is definitely in trouble. Look at the glutes of Big Ramy. Now, Curry did look like he had better muscle separation in the hamstrings, but when you have a good clear shot here, Ramy, he just doesn't have the type of muscle separation. He is hard and as grainy as marble here, as granite. I'm telling you right now, in the quads, in the quads, you can see even from behind here. And the hamstrings, unbelievable. But it's the glutes, guys, those striations in those glutes. Way drier than Curry, if you ask me, and Curry is impressive here. You got to think, here is the Saturday show. This is maybe even drier for Big Ramy here. And I don't think Curry is as dry here. And that surprises me, especially in the glutes. Hamstrings look good, but I don't know. I think he was drier for the Friday show. And Big Ramy's even drier for the Saturday show. So it's, from behind, I don't think there was a controversy. But going through the front shots, guys, I had to think Curry was doing battle. Here is the rear double by. Maybe a better shot overall for Curry, considering he has the lower lat insertions. Big Ramy, still though, he is huge and he is dry. But of course, this is not the clearest pictures in the world. Let's go to the Friday show, rather. And yeah, it is a better shot for Curry. I mean, than the rear lat spread. Is it beating Big Ramy here? It's close. It's close. But the more you look, you see details. You see details. Calves, glutes. Come on, Big Ramy. He is huge. He is dry. May lack the lower lat insertions that Brandn Curry has, and the traps. Look at Curry's traps. And you could notice that from the rear lat spread as well. He had a huge set of traps. So, you know, I'm sure die-hard Curry fans are still arguing and saying that he was probably beating Big Ramy. Here is the Saturday show, for lack of a better picture, for Curry. This one does him no justice. Makes his glutes look very soft, almost human-like, if you can imagine that. He's just not flexing them is what's going on. So it's not a very fair comparison. But I would wager to say Big Ramy even better in this one. And judging by the rear lat spread of Curry, I think he was drier for the Friday show, to be honest with you. Let us almost wrap this one up. Second to last shot, ab and thigh. And I'm almost leaning towards Big Ramy more and more as we're entering the end of the stage, the last few poses. Now, up until the back shots, guys, I was thinking Curry all the way. But side tricep, I think, began the dominance for Big Ramy, and I think in the back shots. Here in the ab and thigh, and this surprises me, Curry has the structure to win this one. The little tiny wee waistline. Yeah, here's the Saturday show. And the muscle separation in the abs, I have to say, looks a little bit better here than the first shot. But I mean, it's still not enough. Not enough to beat Big Ramy. I mean, it's close. Let's just say it's close in the ab and thigh. Of course, Ramy needs a little bit more size in the calves. We do not have a Saturday show of the ab and thigh for Brandn. There was one of Big Ramy, and to be honest, he looked a little bit better. He looked a little bit drier in the abs for the Saturday show. Go to the most muscular. We're definitely going to be finishing this one off. And this is upper body. You know, Curry was doing more than his share of battle. I think he was beating Big Ramy. Front double bi, I think he was beating him. Front lat, I think it was close. I think he was doing, he was probably beating him. And in the side chest, he was beating Big Ramy. All in the upper body, but Ramy was catching him. The lag development, all along. And here in the most muscular, pretty close. This reigns true, though. I think Curry's upper body is fantastic. Here's the Friday show. Ramy looks good, too, though, guys. He looks good, too. Both of these guys look tremendous. But at the end of the day, guys, and you have to accept this, no, size does not win bodybuilding competitions. But on another note, I guess it does. When all things are equal, conditioning, and these two were pretty equal as far as conditioning is concerned from the front. From behind as well, Ramy may be a little bit tighter in the glutes, but hey, what have you. It looks pretty darn close as far as their conditioning is concerned. And the judges are going to pick, here's the Saturday show, judges are going to pick the bigger man. And to be honest with you guys, here in the Saturday shows, Ramy looks more peeled, more diced, and Curry does not look as diced. He does not look as peeled as he was for the Friday show. With all due respect, I mean, come on, guys. Curry, you got to think. The back shots that he was displaying were beating Phil Heath, for goodness sakes. Phil Heath. And if you're arguing that point, go have a look at the comparisons. Side by side, Brandn Curry. His back was huge compared to Phil's. Anyway, guys, this is Big Ramy's show. This is his one to win. He is your winner. I have no problem with that. But I gotta say, when I was first doing this comparison, the first couple of shots, I was thinking, Curry's looking pretty good, guys. He could have Big Ramy up against the ropes. Could be in trouble for 2021. You never know. Never know. A little bit more size in the legs. Drier glutes. And he could have Ramy. You never know. Hit thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.